What is going on, guys? Welcome back to another video. So today, this is a really awesome video. Got a really good topic planned for you. This is a recipe video, and I'm making cake batter flavored protein ice cream or protein frosty. Now guys, this is the best recipe that I've made this far. Like, no joke, this is 10 out of 10. As long as you use the protein that I use and use small ice cubes, you'll be set. It'll have this great flavor and great creamy consistency. So, if you're excited about this one, want to watch it, see how I make it, stay tuned for the rest of the video. I'm going to show you how we do it. Now, before you click away from the video, I know a lot of you are like, is this guy legit? Is this really 10 out of 10 recipe? He seems kind of boring. Well, guess what? If you click the like button right now and subscribe and click the bell button and leave a comment, you will help me reach more people and help provide more recipes to more people, because this recipe is absolutely game-changing. It is so good, and I wish I would have realized it sooner, because I would eat this every day willingly for every meal. And I want to share this with as many people as possible. Hopefully change some people's lives and people's diets, because this one, like, you don't want to miss it, like, seriously. So, if that sounds interesting, let's go to the kitchen. We're going to see how to make this thing. So for the first step, you're going to need a food scale, because if you don't have this, you aren't going to know what quantities to use unless you want to use like tablespoons and that kind of stuff. But I don't really like that. I don't think it's accurate all the time. So I use food scale and I measure in grams. So that is where I'm going to be telling you all the measurements in today. So get started. So get your food processor out. I just got the container here. And you're going to obviously press the on button on your food processor. And you're going to add 300 grams of unsweetened almond milk. So next you're going to get your protein of choice. This is egg white protein powder, cake batter flavored from Muscle Egg. This stuff tastes absolutely amazing. This stuff is going to make it taste fantastic. So if you want this, I'm going to link it in the description. I am not a sponsor, I don't get paid to do this stuff, but it's a really good protein, so I would highly recommend it. Do one serving of whatever protein you want, or add a little bit more if you feel like it. Honestly, the quantities for this are variable. You can add however much stuff you want to it. Depends on how thick you want it, or how thin you want it, or what kind of flavors you want in it. So next, you're going to need 12 grams of coconut flour. Can you please focus, please? Yeah, you're going to need 12 grams of coconut flour. I use Bob's Red Mill. I think they're a really great brand, so I'm going to add 12 grams into here. Just add a little bit of fiber, just a tad bit of protein, and honestly, this stuff smells amazing. Like, there's barely anything else in this world that smells better than coconut flour, in my opinion. So we're going to add 12 grams of coconut flour. Alright, that's 12. So, going to move on to the next ingredient, which is fat-free, sugar-free Jello mix. Now this stuff is a game changer because it makes things super thick and it honestly tastes good, and it adds a little bit of sweetness, adds some flavor to it. This is the vanilla kind. You know, why don't you want to focus? Come on, there we go. This is what it looks like. I'm using vanilla flavor. You can customize this recipe to whatever you want. I know Will Tennyson, which was the guy that I got this recipe from, he made it chocolate flavored, but I am making it birthday cake flavored because honestly, I like that flavor a lot more. Just because I tried both, and this one takes the cake. No pun intended. So we're going to add 8 grams of this into our food processor. Now we're going to need 3 grams of Xanthan Gum, also using Bob's Red Mill. Why don't you want to focus ever? Anyways, this is Xanthan Gum. This is going to add some thickening to it. It's going to make it really nice and thick. Now you don't want more than 3 grams because this stuff goes a long way. A little bit goes a long way. And if you add too much, it's going to get this really weird consistency. So 3 grams is all you need. This was not in Will's recipe, but I'm adding some non-fat Greek yogurt just because it adds some protein for minimal calories. So I'm adding 100 grams into here. You can add however much you want, obviously, as I said before. Do whatever you want with this recipe. As Greg always says, there are no rules in the kitchen. And also Greek yogurt just adds that nice creaminess to it. You know, gives it that sort of frozen yogurt feel to it, which gives it a similar feel to ice cream, which I think adds a really nice touch. And now last thing we're going to put in the blender. This is an optional step. I have this Coffee Mate Funfetti coffee creamer. Let's see if you can see this. Come on, please focus, come on. Anyways, this is a funfetti flavored creamer. Just gonna add a little bit of that birthday cake taste. Just using one serving, which is 15 grams. So add 15 grams of this stuff to the mix. Make it taste even better, because the better it tastes, the more likely you are to eat it, and obviously that's gonna be great. So now we're going to add in a couple packets of Splenda or your favorite 0-calorie sweetener of choice. So I'm just adding 3 in. This is gonna be 3 grams. You can add however much you want into it, depending on how sweet you want it, but I know this is a birthday cake flavor, so I want it to be that same level of sweetness as a birthday cake, or that birthday cake flavor that you find in an ice cream store. So last ingredient, we're going to add some ice. Now if you don't have an ice maker like me and you have these ice cube trays, I highly recommend you buy these small ice cube trays, just because they're a lot easier to blend up in the food processor, which means it'll have a lot creamier of a consistency. Because I know if you use larger ice cubes, you're gonna probably feel those little ice shards in there. So use some of this, fill it up however much you want. The more you fill it up, the more volume you'll have, but also the more of that water taste you're gonna have in it. So add however much you want, just do it to preference. I know Will said to do 32 ounces, but I'm just gonna fill it up to however much I want. We'll probably go around 16 ounces. All right, so all the ice is in, we got all of the ingredients in here. So now we're going to plug it in and turn it on. So we're gonna stick your lid on here. Lid on nice and tight, make sure none of this mixture flies everywhere. Come on, there we go. So now plug it in, and I'm going to set it on high for normally 5 to 10 minutes. Honestly, just blend it until all the ice cubes are crushed up and it has an ice cream consistency. If you still feel ice cubes in it, grab a spoon, push them down in and re-blend it. Just keep doing that until you have a nice consistency. Normally takes around 5 to 10 minutes. I know it's a longer amount of time, but trust me, it'll be worth it. So let's get this thing going. All right, so it is all blended and ready to go. So what you want to do now is take some of your sprinkles and just add them to the top however much you like. Just do 1 or 2 servings. Not going to be a whole lot. Got to add some extra for the thumbnail picture, because got to make the thumbnail look good. Alright, so that is it. So I'm going to take this out and show you what it looks like. Take a look at this, guys. Doesn't this look so good? Like, this looks amazing. So if you want to, if you think it's too thin for you, you're just going to want to stick it in the freezer for like half an hour, however long you want to. Do it a couple hours if you want to make it really thick. But this is a protein Frosty. It's not supposed to be mega thick. It's just supposed to be a nice Frosty-like consistency. A little bit thicker than a milkshake, but not as thick as straight ice cream. So I'm going to give you a taste test of what this tastes like right now, because I'm really excited to try this stuff. Tastes just like cake batter. Tastes amazing. That protein powder makes this stuff taste awesome. 10 out of 10. Really awesome. So if you want to try this, let me know in the comments if you do and if you like it. And if you want more recipes, just drop me a comment and let me know what you want me to cover, and I'll be sure to cover it. So, hope you all have a fantastic day, and I'll see you in the next video.